And that was dreadful. Let's be real with it. And it's what's more disheartening about the performance is because of the fact that we were at home. And that second half performance in particular, man, that is something that we as a football club should not be seeing versus a team that would they even make it out of a relegation fight in the Premier League? Like, let's be real with it. Like, I know Shakhtar, they're their own powerhouse in their own country, but we're talking about levels, or it's supposed to be levels, but we definitely didn't show it today. At first half performance, let's be real, it was good, but man, that second half was just bad to watch, man. I was falling asleep, and it's midday here. And I was falling asleep, man, just watching that game because it was just so bad. And I'm just thinking of one player in particular that listen, if we start getting offers for this man in January, I'll take it. I seriously would. I really would. Send that Brazilian off to Saudi. Let him learn Arabic. Let him go, put on, the head wrap and convert to Islam and the whole 9 yards because he is just bad, man. Even Eddie wasn't this bad, pretty much the same player, really. But at least Eddie was popping in with a goal. The man was threw in on goal, and oh my god, man, it was just all around a bad performance from the team. And I'm okay with never seeing that man again in the starting lineup. And I know it's slightly reactionary, I'll admit, but it was just so he made me so mad today. And then Sterling came on, and you don't know some Jamaican, so yeah, there's a bias towards Sterling. He really do nothing. I can't even put on the Jamaican biases towards him because he just not that I expected him to come in and light it up, but I at least expected him to show a little bit better. And he did show a little bit of something. I'm not gonna count Bolton, but he did show a little bit of something against Bournemouth, and then the obvious happened. So I'm not going in too hard on him, but yeah, he came on and he didn't really do much either. But golly, the fact that man he was a captain today, Jesus, I can't really get over that performance, man. But let's start off with the lineup. The lineup 4-4-2. I thought that was a bit interesting, but hey, it is what it is. Switching up the tactics. I don't get paid 50 million to make these decisions, so I wasn't too mad at it, to be honest with you. But starting with the goalkeeper, David Raya, I would say he was a solid 7. I think he held himself pretty well, made a really good save towards the end. Didn't really have much to do, to be honest, but for the most part, um, kept himself in good standing. His distribution, thought there were times where he could be a little bit faster in terms of getting, up beating the speed of the game, but for the most part, I'm cool with giving them a 7. Calafiori had some nice runs, had a couple of drop of the shoulders that beat a couple of defenders, left them hanging. For the most part, it was all right. Takes his time too much on the ball sometimes for my liking. So I'll give him a 6 for this games, but he was all right. Nothing too wow about, but he didn't um held himself in any shame. So yeah, a 6 for me. Gabriel, I think he was pretty solid for most of the game. I give him an 8. His partner Saliba, I give him a 7. I think Gabriel was a better one today. Um, putting in some blocks. Saliba, for the most part, he held his own as well. Didn't really have much to do in terms of being troubled, but I just thought Gabriel was a little bit better. Ben White, yeah, Ben White. It wasn't one of his better games. I think he was the worst of the back line. I give him an average score of 5. Yeah, Ben White. I don't know if he's still nursing that injury or what, but yeah, I wouldn't say it was one of his better games. The Bolivian, I mean the Brazilian, yeah, Gabriel Jesus. Oh my God, Gabriel Jesus. I don't know. They're about to check your passport, my boy. Your ass getting shipped off to Saudi, man. I believe it. There's no way we could keep you for the whole season because you keep putting up performances like that. Yeah, your ass gonna be riding the bench. But yeah, he gets like a 2. What did he do? Yeah, it's I'm moving on because I'm getting angry thinking about it. Thomas Partey, can we stop playing this man at right back? I get it. We ain't had no choice today. It was that or play the kid. We need him in the midfield. We lose something every time he gets taken out of that midfield. Of course, when he gets later down into the game, he gets a little bit sloppier. Obviously, the legs are a little bit heavier. He is older. He has lost a step or two, admittedly, but for the most part, he is still, in my opinion, our best midfielder. So I would prefer leaving him in the midfield and stop putting him at right back. But today wasn't a bad game for him per se. It was slightly above average. I give him a 6. Declan Rice ran about, made some driving runs a couple of times. Had an okay game. I give him also a 6. I think he was pretty much on par with Thomas Partey. Martinelli, he actually won the Man of the Match award. So, of course, he gets the highest score today. He gets an 8. Pretty good game for him, man. Ran at his player, wasn't shy about getting the ball, making something happen. It was just for the players to get on the end of his crosses. And that's what we want to see from him. That's the Martinelli we've come to know and expect. And listen, with soccer being out of the team, the burden is upon him to make something happen on the wings. And yeah, we would have hoped the Bolivian did something, but yeah, Martinelli had to pick up the slack. The real Brazilian had to pick up the slack, and he actually did his business today. So yeah, he gets an 8 for me. Trossard, yeah, it wasn't one of his better games. And I'm not even talking about the missed penalty. It was just overall. I didn't think he, held himself in glory on the hit passes, overhead passes, um, a couple of shots. Yeah, of course. At least he's shooting. Um, Probably one of, if not the best technical player on the team, but sometimes he doesn't show it. I don't know if we have to like light a fire or give him that fire in his belly, you know, tell him that he's shit and tell him that Martinelli is better than him, better looking, better player, all of that. So he can come on as a sub and actually try to prove people wrong. Because when he starts, I've really not remember the time he started and we were like, man, Trossard did the thing today. It's always been when he's coming off the bench. And I'm sure somebody's probably gonna call me out in the comments. And please, y'all let me know. A game where he started and finished, even if he got taken off, but started and it was like man of the match esque performance. So yeah, he gets an average score for me. He gets a 5 today. Havertz was just another body on the team today. Not to say he didn't do anything. Held up the ball a couple of times pretty well. So, but for me, that's your job, Roy Keane setting. So, yeah, he gets a 5 for me as well. But overall, man, the team wasn't. They weren't good today, man. It was just a sad overall performance, man. It was just we just have a lot of things to tighten up. Liverpool on the weekend. If I'm hand on heart today, that game got draw written all over it because I don't think Liverpool is going to come out and play. But Liverpool does have that counter attacking presence. Luis Diaz, with Jota, with Nunez, with of course the Egyptian prince. Um, so I think they're going to sit back a little bit and try to hit us on the counter attack, and that's going to be interesting to see. But listen, hopefully I'm proven wrong. I'm predicting a draw for that game, but hopefully I'm proven wrong and we can come away with the win. But that's more like my heart speaking more than my head. Let me know what y'all thoughts on the game in the comment section. And also, if you're an international fan, let me know down in the comments where you tune in from, man. Where you watch the game, what time you be watching the games when they do come on. Let me know down in the comments. Until next time, here's another one.